Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I price my merchandise for online resale. I know that a lot of you who have jumped onto the reselling bandwagon, you might be having challenges on pricing your items. At times, it may seem like it's very simple to price your items, but it's not. Actually, there are a number of things that come into play when it comes to pricing your items. One, you have to look at the price that you. Well, before I even go further, let me say I'm an e-commerce reseller and I sell on platforms like eBay and POSHMARK at the moment. I did do Macaro for a short time, but I decided not to spread myself too thin. So at the moment, I'm selling on eBay and Poshmark, and eBay is my main platform of choice. I like eBay because you learn a lot when you sell on eBay because of the process and the way that the platform is set up. While I'll be using eBay and Poshmark as an example, the techniques that I'm going to show you here today are transferable. So whether you are selling on your own website or whether you sell at a different platform, this tutorial today should give you an idea of how to price your items without running at a loss. So I'll just use basic examples and basic numbers, easy numbers that are rounded off to the nearest 10 so that it makes the process of you understanding much more easier. I do not price my items as whole figures. So with that being said, if this is the type of content that you may be interested in, please don't forget to click that like button so that other people may find this type of information. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So I'm going to be using very easy numbers, like say you buy your item, say the cost of your item, the cost is $10, and then you listing price is $20. Trying to keep it simple. Listing price is $20, and then it does sell. So because listing price and selling price are going to be different at times. I'll show you as we go along. Selling price, let's keep it at 20. Say it sells for full price of 20. When somebody looks at these numbers, automatically they are going to say 20 minus 10, and they'll say, oh, that means my profit is $10 because 20 minus 10 equals 10. But that is not right. That is incorrect. And the reason why this is incorrect or misleading is because if you're selling on platforms like eBay, there is what we call final value fees. Final value fees. At the moment, with managed payment, this figure is at around 12%. And then if you do not have a store, for you, if you are starting and you are very new, you may not have an eBay store, which is perfectly fine. So if you don't have an eBay store and you go over your free listings, you might also incur an insertion fee. And I think right now it's at between 30 cents and 35%. Let me just say 30 cents per listing. I'm not sure because I have a store, so I don't even pay attention to that. So let's say it's 30 cents. So right off the bat, from that $10 that you thought you were making as a profit, you have to subtract that 12%, the 12% of 20. They always calculate it from the selling price. So you have to subtract the 12% from 20, and you also have to subtract the 35 cents. So 12% of 20 is going to be $2.40. So that's the 12% of 12% of 20 if you are in managed payment. Well, we are all using managed payment, but you still have to add the 30 cents. And then so that means you have an extra $2.70 to subtract from that $10 that you thought was profit for you. So with this very simple and easy example, basic example, okay, so in this example, I'm considering that the buyer also paid shipping. Say maybe they paid $8 shipping on that. So their total price is 28. That's what the buyer pays, because, which is why I tell you to avoid giving free shipping, because you know what's going to happen if after price listing your item for $20 and then you give the buyer a free shipping. That means that shipping cost, which say maybe, because usually the shipping cost usually comes to be lower than what the buyer sells. If you set it as calculated shipping, which will be another video, I'll show you how to set that up for your store if you are selling on eBay. So the buyer paid a total of $28, and let's forget about the shipping for now, so that you don't get confused. Let's dwell on that $20, because that's $8. Let's say it just all goes to shipping, though at times you have a little bit left after you buy your shipping label. Let's just concentrate on that 20, and say you charge them for shipping. The buyer paid for the shipping. So now what's going to happen is you will take the $2.40 and subtract it from that $10 that you thought was your profit. So this is what we do. So we say $10. You subtract that $2.70. So that's $7. That's $7.30. So if the buyer had paid for shipping, with this basic example, your profit is going to be that, because you took $20. Yeah, because you already have separated the cost of goods, and then you are left with that $10, and you still have to separate the $2.70. And this is how simple it is if you don't have a store. However, if you have a store and you run a sale and you do promoted listings and all that, all those figures have to come to play, and then it will reduce the profits even lower. And you also have a monthly subscription fee for your store, which you have to calculate at the end of every month. That example that I just showed you was an ideal situation. Ideal in that case, that the buyer just paid full price. They didn't, and you are not running a sale because you don't have a store, and you did not reduce the price. So that's an ideal situation. However, we know that an ideal situation doesn't always happen. So if you say you have best offer, you're still pricing your item at $20, and you have the best offer feature turned on. This is what will happen. You have best offer on. That means potential buyers can look at that $20 and decide that they want to pay less than $20. And then somebody might give you an offer and say, oh, I want to pay $15. So they'll submit an offer for $15, right? So they say, we want to pay $15. And you want to get the stuff moving, the items going, and you accept that $15. Say you accept that $15. So you sold your item for $15. And from that $15, you have to subtract the cost of your goods. That's $10. You are left with $5. And from that $5, you have to subtract that $2.70 that we calculate, or that I showed you before. So from $5, now you are subtracting the $2.70. So that means your profit in the long run is going to be $2.30. So you see how complex it is. While you thought, oh, my item, so like here, this number, and they still pay their $8, but now they decided, and most buyers, if the best offer feature is on, they'll almost always send you an offer, and usually they'll really cut, say you get that $15 and you panic and accept it. So if you decide not to accept that $15 and decide to take the risk of losing the sale, or by counter offering, say you counter offer, maybe you counter for $18, then you counter for $18. Can you all see? Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Let me use red. Say you counter for $18. The buyer may turn this down because all you knock down is $2. The buyer may decide to turn this down, but if they do go ahead and accept your counter offer of $18, so you take that $18 and subtract that $10, this $10 here for the cost of goods, and then you are left with $8. And then from that $8, subtract all the other selling costs. Like in this example, you subtract that $2.70, which will leave you with $5.30. That's how you calculate profit. So with that being said, with this basic example, that brings me to how I price my items, so that I make sure that I don't lose money. Even if I run a sale, because I have a store, I have the ability of running a sale, and I also at times run promoted listings. Right now, I have promoted listings back on at 1%. Yeah, because I turned it off and I realized the dip in my sales. So with that being said, let me show you how I price my items. And my items mostly are, I'm talking about shoes and items of clothing. It's a bit complicated with health and personal care products, because those items are very, very competitive, because there's more sellers who are selling those items. So in that case, you have to go into the website. Well, if you are selling on eBay like I am, you have to go in and compare, do what we call comps. That is, you are going into the platform and check how much those items are going for, and then you kind of don't go for the bottom price, for the lowest price, but you want to strike a balance and just go around the middle. So with health and beauty products, you do not have too much flexibility or too much control on the pricing, because if you price your item too low, people may think, oh, maybe there's something wrong with the item. And if you price it too high, you are driving away the sales. Yeah, so I'll just use the examples of the shoes and the clothing that I do sell on my eBay store. And let me show you exactly how I price my items so that I don't lose money in the process of selling, because it is very easy to lose money while you think in your mind that you're actually making a profit. So let's get on with how I price my items. So now, this is how I personally price my items. And bear in mind that, one, I have an eBay store. Two, my items in most cases are unique. So there is no exact, it's very rare that you'll find the exact item. Even if they are pre-loved, pre-owned, they tend to be different, especially things like shoes. They tend to be like very different from the others. Yes, there may be similar brands on there, but it may be a different style. So let me show you how I price my items. And it is advisable that you check the brands to see how much the similar brand is going for. The styles may be different. By checking the comps on whatever platform you're selling on, this will give you a rough idea of how much that brand is selling for. But you can go ahead and price whichever way you see fit for your selling model. So what I do is I rarely check. I usually check comps if if it's an item that if it's a brand or item that I'm coming across for the first time and I'm not too sure of the price range, then I'll go in and check. And in most cases, when I've done that, the item has turned out to be of very, very high value. So let me show you how I price my items. Again, this is just for an example, for example purposes, so that you can either use the same strategy or have an idea on how to price your own items. So for example, I think red seems to work better here. So say I buy the cost of these shoes, it's a pair of shoes. If I pay say $10 for this pair of shoes, whatever shoes, and I'm just going to say it's well, which I wouldn't pay this high if it's just a regular brand, but yeah, say just for the sake of numbers, say I pay $10 for this pair of shoes. What I'll do with the way I run my store, one, what you need to know is I'm always running a sale. So it's and the sales that I run are between 30 and 45%. So in my mind, I will say, okay, how much do I want at the end? How much do I really want this pair of shoes to go for? If I want the shoes to at the end to go for say $25, I'm not going to price them at $25. No ways. So what I'm going to do, if I bought it at $10 and I really want $25, and in this example, I'll list these shoes, listing price. I'll round it off, but I'll show you how I do it though in the actual grand scheme of things. So I will list this at $50. So the price that you'll see in my store will be $49.96. That's the price that so this 50 is just for the ease of the math. So I'll price these shoes at $50. And the reason why I'm pricing them at $50 is because I'm taking into consideration that I'm going to run my sales. I'm going to run sales markdown via Markdown Manager. I'm going to run a sale between 30% to 45%. You see? So if somebody, and plus I have best offer turned on. So I'm accepting offers. So the way I'm saying, I'm telling the buyer, I'm like, okay, I have $50. This is just to protect myself and to make sure that I don't make a loss. I'll show you how this number really, really goes down very fast. So say I have that $50, and then say it's midweek, it's during the week, because the higher percentage is usually for the weekend. So say I'm running a 30% off sale. So in this example, say I'm running a 30% off sale during the week. So 30% of 50. So that means we are subtracting. So the sale price, the price when during those days when the sale is on is going to be 30% of 50 is $15. So that means my item goes down to $35. So this is what the customers will see. So that means the price for my item has gone down to $35. You see, this number can go down super fast. And even with that $50, I'm still saying the customer should pay shipping. They have to pay the shipping, because if I give free shipping, that means whatever shipping it is, it has to be in here. It has to come off from that figure. I'll show you in a minute. So say the price is $35 and it's a sale, and then somebody shows interest or somebody decides to give me a best offer, and they say, oh, okay, you mark this at $35. Even they don't consider that the item is on sale, then I may receive a best offer if they are very kind, they might say, oh, I want to pay $30 for those shoes. You see what's going on here? Yeah, so they might say, I want to pay $30. And for me, this is a very, very good offer, and I'll quickly accept it. $30, if I pay $30 is very, very good. I'll accept this $30, and then they'll pay not only $30, and then maybe plus, if these shoes are going to California, they might pay as much as $10, or well, even more than $10. They might pay say plus $10 to be on the safe side, wherever the shoes are going to. So the buyer pays a total of $40. For them, in most cases, they calculate to see how much they're going to be paying in total. So for them, they are going to pay $40. Plus now eBay is also collecting sales tax depending on their county or state where they are. Then they also have to pay a little bit of tax there. If they are a buyer who is in Illinois, my state, then they're going to pay an additional 10%, which is our sales tax. I tell you, we have one of the highest taxes in the country. Yeah, so the buyer will pay $40 plus their sales tax. The sales tax does not come to me at all. eBay sends it to that particular state, wherever the goods are going to be consumed. So now, with that $30, now there's $30, and eBay, well, so the selling price was 30 plus 10 for shipping. So on the $40, they use the total. So on the $40, eBay is going to take, they are going to take their final value fees, which is 12%. Yeah, for me, I don't hardly have insertion fees because I have a lot of free listings because of the because of the fact that I have a premium store. So they will take their 12% off here. So now remember that $40 that the buyer is paid. So from that $40 that they paid, from the $40 that the buyer paid, I have to subtract the $10 shipping. That's the total that they paid. So I have to subtract the $10 shipping charge that goes to the label, to the United States Postal Service. And this can be less because we have, if you print your shipping label on the eBay website, we have a little discount. So say the shipping, this is just to work out the figures. So you subtract the $10 for the shipping label, you subtract the $10 for the cost of goods, you subtract the $4.80, the final value fees, $4.80. So that's $24.80 is going to come out of 40. So you're going to say $40 subtract $24.80. That is if there are no promotional, if I'm not promoting any items. But if I'm promoting any items, that figure is going to come into play as well. Okay, the final value fees were $4.80. $4.80. So we are subtracting $24.80 from, that is without, if there's a promotional fees, which is why I say, okay, if you promoted your items, then you also add the promoted listing fees here. You add the promoted. Otherwise, without the promoted listings, so you say $40 minus $24.80, simple mathematics. $40 minus $24.80, that would be $15.20. And if you do get a profit like this, this is very, very good. However, yeah, that's with best offer and all that. So $15.20. This kind of gives you a rough idea. This still does not reflect my exact profit because remember, at the end of the month, I also have to pay for my eBay store subscription. I also have to calculate and add up all my figures and subtract that $60, which is the amount of my eBay store. Yeah, subtract the $60 from what I made over the course of the month. And this way, it will give you an idea. So I hope this helps. I know it's not, it can be very complicated, but yeah, I do price higher at least 3 or 4 times more than the price that I bought the item at, depending on what kind of item it is. At times it can go up if it is an item that is very unique and very desirable. For example, there's a coat, a winter leather coat that I bought. I think I paid that leather coat. I paid it at a price tag of $25 in the store, and they had a 50% off sale at the Goodwill, and I ended up paying $12.50 plus a little tax. But that coat ended up going for over $100. So you see, you have to be very strategic on how you price your items, because you can lose money very, very easily. Okay, say for the same item, I'm selling the same item on Poshmark. That item that I bought for $10 on Poshmark, I can go ahead and list it for the same price of $50, and then the buyers on Poshmark can also submit offers. So they can submit an offer of whatever money that they want to pay. Say they submit an offer, say the item is marked at $50, and they submit an offer for, say, $40. Though it could be less, some people go as low as 50% of the original listing price. Say for this example, if someone on Poshmark submits an offer for $40 and I accept it, they are going to pay $40 plus, I think it's $7 and some change for the shipping label. That shipping label does not even come to me. So with that $40, so if they paid instead of 50 on Poshmark, they paid $40. If they paid $40 on Poshmark will just automatically subtract 20% from here, which would be $8. They'll subtract $8 from here. So what really comes to me, what I'll transfer to my bank, will be $32. Yeah, Poshmark is so straightforward. It's just 20%, no other fee, no other bill. So yes, so you have to be very strategic in how you price your items for selling online. And this, like I said, these tactics or strategies of pricing, it can be transferable to whatever platform you're selling on, or even on your website. You have to take into consideration in your gas, the fuel that you use to go to wherever you're going to acquire your merchandise. You have to consider the time, your time. You can also, this can help you calculate how much per hour you are making, how long does it take you to list. All these other little things do come into play. So I hope this was helpful, but do let me know in the comments what other videos, what other tutorials as far as pricing you want to see. I know that this was very, very basic. It was just to give you an idea on how to price your items for online resale, on eBay or on Poshmark. So there are other fees that can come into play. Like if you decide to donate, there's a time in November, December, I was actually donating something out of the sale. 10% of my sales were going to some different causes. So if you do donate, they separate that. And that time we're still using PayPal. So PayPal was also taking their 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. All that has to come off the figure of the money that the buyer paid, and the cost of the final value fees and whatever percentages. If you are on a platform like eBay, they subtract that from the total cost, like from the price of the item plus the shipping cost. Because time back, I understand this was before I even started selling on eBay. What used to happen was, because eBay was just charging the final value fees on the listing price and the final sale of the item, some resellers were pricing their shipping. They were marking up their shipping to be ridiculously high because the shipping was not charged the final value fees. So now what happens is they add everything together and then subtract the whatever percentage it is. I sure hope that you found this video, this tutorial very helpful. I know it was a bit, it's a bit complicated or very, a bit complex, but if you need more one-on-one teaching or guidance or mentorship or coaching, you can go ahead and send me an email. I hope I remember to leave my email address below so that you can send me an email and tell me what challenges you are facing with your business. I can also help you start your business, your home-based business. I can guide you with that. So with that being said, thank you so very much for watching. Remember to sound off in the comments below and tell me what other videos you want to see, and I will do my research and bring you that information. Until my next video, remember to do small things with great love. From my heart to yours. Bye-bye.